Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown is a flight action video game developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It was released on January 18, 2019 for the PS4 and Xbox One. Skies Unknown brings us back to Strange Reel, the proper universe of Ace Combat lore. In the aftermath of the Ulysses asteroid, the nations of Strange Reel have had a rough go of dealing with both economic and geopolitical tensions. War has broken out yet again, this time between the Ocean Federation and the Kingdom of Erusia. Your role in this story is that of Trigger, a disgraced Ocean pilot imprisoned for his crimes. He is sentenced to serve as part of the Spare Squadron, a penal unit comprised of convicted pilots in an effort to fill up the gap in the Ocean offensive. Spare Squadron is tasked with taking on the most dangerous missions under impossible odds, often losing many a squadron member with each mission. The story also follows the aging Mihai, Erusia's top pilot who is taking part in a project to have his flying skills programmed onto unmanned drones to bolster Erusia's war effort. Narrating Mihai's events is Schroeder, a scientist in the drone development program. On Trigger's side, we have Avril Mead, a mechanic sentenced to Trigger's unit. Skies Unknown, like other Ace Combat titles, strikes a healthy balance between a flight simulator and an arcade flight game so as to not dismay fans of either genre. The controls will feel familiar to fans of the series and welcoming enough to newcomers, with a bit of a learning curve but nothing overwhelming. Completing missions earns you MRP, currency used to purchase planes, special weapons, and parts which you can set up in the hangar. Choosing the right combination can mean the difference between a successful sortie and a crash and burn. You will go far by paying attention in the mission briefing and planning out a course of action, as well as listening to the in-game radio messages to understand the flow of battle. A degree of realism is added to this game with dynamic weather effects. Previous games have included maps with inclement weather like rain for visual effect, but Ace Combat 7 takes it up a notch. Flying through clouds will wet your canopy or ice up your plane, making it easier to stall. Fly through a thunderstorm and you will very likely get struck, jamming up your HUD and fighting capabilities. Flying through ravines adds the challenge of contending with air currents, which can easily push you around and be potentially lethal. Multiplayer offers two modes, Battle Royale and Team Deathmatch. Up to 8 players can compete here, using the same planes, weaponry, and parts they've unlocked in the campaign. There's the added bonus of parts exclusively for use in multiplayer to give you the edge over your opponents. And then there's VR mode. This mode follows Mobius 1, the hero of Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies, as he takes on the radical group Free Erusia. There are only 3 missions and they're not tied to the main game, but they do showcase the capabilities of the PlayStation VR like no other flight-based game out there. Play VR mode just once and you'll wish the entire game was playable like this, provided you don't get motion sickness. The presentation here is simply astonishing, from taking off on a runway to bagging your first kill. It is just truly an immersive and exhilarating experience to take on enemies from the cockpit view, and even just looking out the side of my plane was definitely enjoyable. VR also offers free flight, where you can fly around the maps without any enemies or objectives, and airshow mode, where you can spectate planes performing maneuvers. My main gripe with this game is that these 2 features don't add much to the value, and I would have gladly traded these modes in for more missions. VR mode definitely sets the bar for how Bandai Namco should move forward with the series. Skies Unknown boasts some of the best graphics of any game in its genre to date. Sporting the Unreal Engine 4, no detail was spared in the look and feel of each plane. Even the maps look great when flying low, an aspect usually overlooked in flight games. The sound effects of gunfire and explosions are crisp and deliberate. You should be warned, you will hear the missile alert a lot. This tinnitus-inducing screech from hell will torment you long after you turn off the game, which is to say that it really drives the sense of urgency to evade. The cutscenes are near photorealistic, showing how far the series has come in its 24-year tenure. The visuals in VR take a bit of a dip in quality, but it's hardly noticeable as the constant action keeps you focused on the enemy rather than the scenery. Bandai Namco surely brought their A-game into Skies Unknown. The time spent in the numerous delays for this release can clearly be seen in the production value of this entry. The Project Aces team delivered on an experience that longtime fans of the series will love and appreciate, while still inviting a fresh new audience to take to the skies. Now that they've dipped a toe into VR, I am definitely hungry for more. I give Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown an A. From all of us here at Rotten Apple Gaming, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked our video. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to stay updated on our following videos.